Hey everybody, welcome back to another drawing tutorial, Demon Slayer. Today we are going to be doing Akaza and Rengoku split portrait. So I watched Mugen Train. Wow. Finally watched it. Very good. The animation is beautiful. No doubt about it. So, first thing we're going to do is split our page in half. I am on a landscape orientation page. Use a pencil and hit pause if I go too fast, right? So split the page in half, find your halfway point and just draw a line. Now, believe it or not, there's lots of ways you can draw this line. You could do it thick, thin, you could do multiple sort of sketchy sort of lines on either side, you know, so I'll just do it like a thickish sort of line. I did a tutorial on Whitebeard and Goldie Roger from One Piece, and that has sort of extra sketchy lines along this line. It looks kind of cool, but we'll keep it simple for this one. So let's see, where's Akaza? So we'll do Akaza first, right? He's over here on the right hand side of my page, and we're going to start with his eye. So we're about middle, right? Middle for the eyes. So center point of my page is about there. We'll come over and start with his eyebrow, and we just go sort of diagonal up. Then we change direction, go across here. Right? Quite big eyes now. We're quite close up on their faces. Okay. So then eyebrows back here. And he has sort of spiky eyebrows going the whole way down. Like so, right? And then we'll go across the bottom. And we'll do spiky eyebrows again. And then we'll just go up the side, like that. And then we'll just double up this line. Goes across. And then up the side. So his iris, just here. And inside that we have, you know, that writing that says upper moon, whatever number it is that they all have. So, you know, you can do this lots of different ways, and I'll just add sort of what I can see. So it's kind of done in calligraphy, you know. So there's no way to describe really what I'm doing, just try and copy it the best you can. So that's what I got so far. And then there's like some more up the top here. And then one or two here. That's as close, I think, as I can get to it. And then it's like his eyes are like cracked or bloodshot or something. So you just have these sort of lines inside. Cracked lines. Like so. Maybe a line there. Right, so then he's an eyelid line just coming up along the top here. And then his eyebrows just above that. So it goes, so it goes, so it goes, so it goes up here. And then kind of goes, changes direction, goes diagonal back that way. And then we just need a section to color that purple color that is his hair is. Purple, pink, sort of, goes back that way. Right, so we'll come down and do his nostril, just there, and then some hatching on his nose, so like, you know, this sort of that kind of thing. And just below his nose, he's smiling, so we'll go across up, and like a bit of a dot on the end of his smile, sort of Demon Slayer style, right? So you could leave it as a sort of a flat, closed mouth smile if you wanted, but in the picture I'm drawing from, he's open mouthed. So we'll go bottom lip, and maybe just a line for some teeth just here. So then his chin just comes out here, like so. Check proportions now of things. So eye to nose, about the same as nose to chin. So say like middle of his eye, or like close to his eyelashes here. So here to here, same as here to here. And then nose to bottom lip is about the same as bottom lip to chin. And like Demon Slayer characters do have these like shadows on their bottom lip sort of area there. So that will help you find the bottom lip. That's about the same. So the bottom lip's about halfway between the nose and the chin. That's the proportions we're going for. Then we can go up the side of his face towards his jaw. Doesn't really have like a strong jaw, just like curves. So about mouth level, you want to just keep this sort of gradual curve up the side of his face then. Right, so very round sort of, there's no angles sort of that you would normally see. So we'll keep going, we'll just go up for his hairline. And we just have like a V just here. The split in his hair is just above this eyebrow. And then we go back the other way. Right. And then we have some hair across his ear, like so. And then his ear comes out from this, just comes down, kind of lines up with the bottom of his nose here. Then we can see bones and ligaments on the inside of his ear. Like so. And I think he's got like pretty much 2 layers of hair. He's got like a fringe. So like we'll do the spikes that go around his head first, right? So we'll just get the shape for his hair in. And then we go out. Like so. Goes up and like that. Okay. And then, so there's a second layer, right, that sort of comes around here, right? So like this goes that way, and then we have one goes out around this way, back in here. Another one that goes this way, back in. Another one comes down, back in, and then back down, back in, and then like just some like hairlines there, and maybe one more coming out here. And you can have some texture lines and things, like so. Okay, so then all those marks that he has on his face, they're not drawn in with black ink, they're just done with color. So I'll draw them in because we need them for Akaza. So I'll draw them in with line, just so you know where they are. But they're in the actual anime, there isn't a line around this, it's just done with color. So if you have like a blue pencil and you're coloring in, I would suggest that. So these curve down his face now, like so. Right? And there's 3 of these lines. Like So that's one line, okay? So there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 black lines altogether. And I should have jumped over his eyebrow there. Jump. Jump. Like so. And we'll just keep going. Jump. So, 1, 2, that one. Okay, so I'll just erase the line on his eyebrow. Alright, so then we'll go down, do his neck. So we got like his neck coming down here, like so. It's like a neck muscle line there. And then his trapezius comes out this way. And then his waistcoat that he wears, we got like these 2 bumps, and then it comes down 2 lines off the page. And then his shoulder will come out and down like so. Then we have some collarbones, one there, one here. And then he has more of those lines on his neck, right? So one that comes right underneath his chin, one comes out the other side there. And then another one there. And then this comes down his body, down past the collarbone, through the middle of the collarbone, like so, and then around. And then this one comes down his neck as well. Like so. This comes around like so. There, and then across. And so, because it's Demon Slayer, you know, you can thicken up some of these lines, especially on the edge, you know, on the outside of the character. But sometimes inside there can be. But you're just kind of doubling up this line if you want. It's not essential, but just for anyone who is a real stickler for style details and stuff like that. Okay, so let's go over and do Rengoku. So just across from Akaza's eye is that Rengoku's eye. His eye much different. It's curvier, rounder. So it comes to a spike kind of up here. So right, this is the kind of shape we're going for, right? He's got this. He does have this little spike at the end, right? So, and that comes down this way. It comes down around the bottom. And back into his tear duct, and you can they actually draw it in Demon Slayer, which is unusual for an anime. Tear duct is actually drawn in there. And then you got to thicken up this line, right? So basically like that. And then his iris, so just circle with the top sort of cut off, comes around like so. And it's like a bullseye, so there's like a red circle on the inside as well. And then a white circle on the inside then here. Like so. So then he can have sort of extra lines around his eyes, right? Just coming around underneath. And then an eyelid line on top. Comes down here. Like maybe a bridge of his nose line. And then his eyebrow, right? Real big. So it comes like so. And then it'll go up there. Spikes back down. Back up. Around. Back in. And they're not quite black, so I won't color it in with my marker. You can do it black if you want. They're actually kind of a browny gray color, so they're not pure jet black. Right, so then his nostril down here lines up with Akaza's, and then like again more hatching on his nose, like so. And then he's got a big smile, sort of here, right? So kind of comes out from Akaza's. So middle. Curves up, right? So and like another sort of dot at the end here. And his lips seem to be kind of thicker in the middle. There's like a shadow on them. Like that. Okay. Then his chin lines up with Akaza, comes around, goes up this way. Again, soft sort of features, no real strict jawline. Maybe like a little bit more than Akaza, but not much. Pretty much the same sort of shape. Curves up. Here again. It becomes his hairline. His hairline now is different to Akaza's. My Sharpie is wasting. Change Sharpie. So spiking hairlines. And his comes around down into the middle here. Kind of like a love heart sort of shape. And it's lower down than Akaza's. Right, so then the rest of his hair, right? Can't see the top, so we'll start just here beside his eye. So we got those bits that hang down. Like so, right? And then these, sorry, that goes in a bit further and then comes down around here. Down to there. And then we have an extra line on the inside. Like that. And right, another layer of this comes down here. Spikes, so like there, and then another layer comes out down. This will go down off my page, might come back in up here, down, like so. Okay, of course it's all colored yellow and red and stuff. So his shoulder then comes off this way, right, a little wide. So I'm just thickening up this line. Then we'll do his neck, finish his clothing, and then finish the rest of his hair. So, right, so his collar comes down here, inside of his kimono cloak thing, just there, and then this comes across, down to here, and then this comes around his neck, down like so. There's an extra line in there, down to here, curl line there. He's got like some neck muscle lines just here, and then he has a shadow underneath his chin. Akaza doesn't, so, but Rengoku does. So we'll give it to him. He's like, where's the shadow on my neck? It's coming, sir. Okay, and some sort of faux lines just on his clothing, just there. And then the rest of his hair. So, these with more spikes and things coming out from the side of his head. Here. And we kind of keep going out like so. Like this. And then I think we got a big one here. Like that. And then this comes back down. And then this will go off the top of my page. And then we have sort of the middle line here, and then we got like texture going all the way up. Of course, if you have more room, you could finish their hair. I just couldn't fit it in. Right, and then there's another layer of hair that comes down here. He's got a lot of hair, Rengoku. That's the thing about him. And then this comes down, hooks out, down, down, and this hooks that way, back in, and go this way. And these are just texture lines for his hair. And we can see his ear just in here. Like so. Right, and then Demon Slayer, so thicken up your edge lines if you want. Okay, but in general, I think that's everything. That is how to draw Rengoku, Akaza from Demon Slayer. Hope it's helpful, guys. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.